Angel Reese, rookie star of the Chicago Sky, was suddenly sidelined with a back injury. Cue the ominous music. This was no regular sit-out. It was one of those injuries, the kind that conveniently shows up just when things are getting tense. No crutches, no wrap, no visible pain. Just a vague, "she's not playing today," that left fans scratching their heads. But hey, things happen, right? Athletes need rest. Backs are tricky. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
If you're here for the real story and not the filtered version, subscribe. And if you're sticking around for the next meltdown, you better definitely subscribe.
Except, not even 24 hours later, she's on Instagram, fully glammed up, dancing, laughing, celebrating, and, just to really drive the point home, flipping the bird like she's trying out for the WWE. Not exactly the image of someone nursing a fragile spine. At first, it was disbelief. Then it turned into rage. The comment sections went nuclear. Chicago fans were furious. Analysts started raising eyebrows. And the WNBA's PR department? Probably drowning in iced coffee and Advil. But Angel? She wasn't backing down. In fact, she leaned into it. Made it worse. Not only did she not explain what was going on, she posted cryptic captions and subtle jabs like she was starring in her own personal reality show. And when the backlash reached boiling point, she dropped the cherry on top, flipping off the camera in a now viral video, unapologetically proud of her rebellion. "Girl, what are we doing?" This is the same Angel Reese who was hailed as a rising icon just months ago. The Bayou Barbie. The LSU legend who brought swagger and flair to women's basketball. The face of nil deals and unapologetic confidence. And now, she's spiraling into full-blown villain mode like she's speedrunning a redemption arc before the fall even finishes. Let's rewind the tape. Coming into the WNBA, Reese had everything. Hype, headlines, endorsements, charisma, talent. She was loud, sure, but in a way that shook things up. Fans wanted her to succeed. The league needed her to succeed. But with that spotlight comes expectations, and pressure, and scrutiny, and apparently an inability to separate clout from commitment. Because while Angel Reese was posting thirst traps and duck-lip selfies, her team was out there grinding, losing games, fighting for playoff relevance, looking around like, is our franchise star at a rooftop party right now? The optics were terrible. The message was worse. And what made it even messier? The Caitlin Clark comparison. Oh, yes, you knew that was coming. While Angel was busy faking injuries and dodging accountability, Caitlin Clark was on the court, bruised, battered, shoved, elbowed, but still suiting up every game. No drama. No cryptic tweets. Just work. Say what you want about Clark's hype train, but at least she shows up. That contrast couldn't be more brutal. It's like watching two very different versions of what it means to be a star in the WNBA. One is about grind, grit, and respect. The other? Filters, finger gestures, and suspicious timeouts. And fans are not confused about which one they'd rather cheer for. The internet had a field day. TikToks broke it down frame by frame. Reddit was sharpening pitchforks. Even casual sports fans were like, wait, she what? And yet, no statement from the league, no fines, no suspension, just silence. Like if we ignore it long enough, maybe it'll disappear. Except it won't. Because this moment, it's not just about Angel Reese. It's about the WNBA's identity crisis. What are the standards? What's the expectation for professionalism? If you can ditch a game, throw shade at your team, fake an injury, and post a middle finger to your fans with zero consequences, then what are we even doing here? It's giving influencer energy, not athlete energy. And that's the real heartbreak here. Because Angel Reese is talented. She's a phenomenal rebounder. She's got presence. She has the kind of star power that could truly move the needle for women's basketball. But she's squandering it on social media antics and petty drama. She's acting like fame is a goal, not greatness. That's not just frustrating, it's tragic. This could have been her season to dominate, to elevate, to prove the doubters wrong. Instead, she's proving the doubters right and worse, alienating the very people who wanted to believe in her. Teammates, coaches, Fans. The ones who showed up in Sky jerseys expecting a franchise face, not a walking headline. And let's be real, this isn't her first red flag. There's a pattern. Remember the cryptic tweets about teammates? The passive-aggressive subtweets? The sudden disappearances from media duties? This isn't a one-time slip-up. It's a trajectory, a growing pile of warning signs. It's the kind of storyline that turns a hero into a liability. Now, people are whispering about trades, about locker room toxicity, about whether she's worth the drama. And once those whispers start, they rarely go away. Reputation in professional sports is like glass. Once it cracks, it doesn't go back. And Angel? She's stomping all over hers with Louboutin heels. The saddest part? She doesn't seem to care. Or maybe she just doesn't see it. That fame without foundation collapses. That fans don't stick around for long when they feel disrespected. That dancing for likes is not the same as leading a team. Because here's the hard truth. No one cares how many followers you have when your team's losing. No one's impressed by choreographed TikToks when you're sitting out for injuries that miraculously vanish by the after party. And no franchise builds around a player they can't trust to show up when it matters. But it's not too late. This could be the plot twist, the wake-up call, the classic turning point in every redemption arc. Angel Reese could take this moment, apologize, recalibrate, and come back swinging. Own the mistake. Shut off the camera. Hit the gym. Actually play. The fans would forgive her. The media would love it. And the WNBA desperately needs that kind of story right now. But if she keeps going down this path, if the clout chase outweighs the commitment, then Angel Reese won't be remembered as the Bayou Barbie or the next face of the league. She'll be remembered as a cautionary tale. The kind of player who had it all and dropped it for a good angle and a better caption. So what happens next? That's up to her. But for now, Angel Reese just earned herself the highly coveted Bad PR Olympics gold medal for most efficient self-sabotage in a rookie season. And the league? They get the silence is not strategy award for letting this mess drag out without a word. What do you think? Is Angel Reese just going through growing pains? Or is this who she really is behind the filters and the flash? Let's talk about it in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more messy meltdowns, jaw-dropping PR fails, and every pop culture scandal you wish was fiction. Because if celebrities keep spiraling, we'll keep watching. See you in the next drama. The moment people started demanding accountability, she did what any PR-adverse celebrity does when backed into a corner. She played the misunderstood card. Suddenly, it's all about protecting her peace. She's choosing herself. The media is twisting her words. The fans are jealous. You've heard this one before, right? It's the classic reverse Uno card of modern fame. A perfectly valid criticism becomes an attack, and any call for professionalism is spun into an oppression narrative. And honestly, it's exhausting. Angel's defenders showed up in full force. Because of course they did. Every celebrity meltdown has its loyal chorus of online cheerleaders, ready to justify literally anything in the name of being real. They flooded timelines with arguments like, she's just having fun, she's young, let her live, and the ever-iconic, y'all just hate confident black women. Let's pause there for a second, because this is where the nuance matters. Yes, Angel Reese is a proud, outspoken black woman in a league that's been historically underserved, underwatched, and underpaid. She's faced disproportionate criticism before. The backlash she got during the NCAA tournament, that wasn't fair. The media microanalyzing her every move compared to her white counterparts, that's a real issue. But this situation, this isn't that. This isn't about confidence. This is about commitment. This is about showing up for your team, honoring your contract, respecting the fans who buy the tickets, and not flipping the bird to people who believed in you when you were still posting dorm room TikToks in Baton Rouge. There's a difference between being authentic and being reckless. And honestly, that's the heartbreak here. Because people wanted Angel Reese to win. She wasn't just a rising star. She was a symbol, a vibe, the blueprint of what nil power could do. And now, she's treating that platform like a trampoline, bouncing around with no direction and hoping for a soft landing. But let's get real. Soft landings aren't guaranteed in pro sports. You think the league hasn't noticed? You think sponsors aren't watching from behind the scenes, slowly rewriting their notes and tweaking their ad campaigns? The sports world runs on two things, talent and trust. And once the latter slips, the former isn't enough. Brands want reliability. Teams want maturity. And when they don't get it, they move on. Now, people are whispering about trades, not because Angel isn't good, but because she might not be worth it. And that's the kind of calculation that haunts careers. The quiet, internal math that general managers do behind closed doors. The how much drama is too much drama equation. And honestly, that's the moment when the story changes. Because once teams start viewing you as a distraction, the end doesn't come with a bang. It comes with silence. Suddenly you're benched more often. Your minutes go down. The media stops calling. The endorsements dry up. One season you're the face of the franchise, and the next, you're a cautionary footnote. Remember Liz Cambage? Remember how quickly the narrative flipped on her? She went from headlining rosters to vanishing from the league entirely. And not because she wasn't good, but because her drama became louder than her defense. And Angel? She's staring down the same tunnel. It's not too late, but let's not pretend she's not inching closer. Meanwhile, her teammates have to pick up the slack. They've got games to win, strategies to execute, chemistry to build, and every off-court scandal pulls them off course. Every viral tweet becomes a distraction in the locker room, and it shows on the court, because basketball is rhythm, trust, flow, and when your supposed leader is too busy going viral instead of going vertical, it all falls apart. What does that do to team morale? When your highest paid rookie is posting passive-aggressive Instagram captions while you're dragging yourself through double overtimes, that resentment, it brews. Quietly at first, but inevitably it explodes. Don't be shocked if whispers start leaking. If anonymous sources start hinting at locker room tension. If subtle shade starts showing up in post-game interviews. That's not random. It's the ripple effect. And don't even get me started on the fans. WNBA fans are some of the most loyal, ride-or-die, chronically online supporters in sports. They will defend their teams with the ferocity of a Game of Thrones army. But disrespect them? Gaslight them? Play them for fools? Oh, it's over. They turn fast. And the worst part? Once that trust is gone, you can't TikTok your way out of it. No dance challenge. No moody caption. No branded collab is going to undo the feeling that you lied to their face and laughed about it after. And now, Angel's stuck in the worst PR position possible. The villain who thinks she's the victim. Every time she posts something that isn't directly tied to basketball, the comments flood with, "So, back still hurt?" Or, "Glad you can dance, but can you defend a pick and roll?" And if she doesn't post, the silence gets interpreted as guilt. It's a lose-lose. And she put herself there. And where's the WNBA in all this? Radio silence. Again, not fine. Not a public reprimand. Not even a gentle league-wide reminder about professionalism. Just crickets. And that silence, it's deafening. Because it sends a message, not just to Angel, but to every player watching. That if you're popular enough, if you're marketable enough, if you've got the right number of followers, you can do whatever you want. Sit out. Ghost your team. Flip off the camera. No big deal. And that's dangerous. Because if the league won't hold its stars accountable, the whole foundation starts to crack. The credibility, the legitimacy, the respect. You don't build a professional sports league on vibes and Instagram filters. You build it on discipline, talent, and leadership. And Caitlin Clark? She's over there checking every box. She's not perfect. She's had her own criticisms. But at least she shows up. At least she takes the hits, literally, and keeps playing. She doesn't have to dance on camera to go viral. Her game speaks for itself. And in a league desperate for stars, that kind of consistency wins out in the long run. So what now? Angel Reese has a choice to make. She can keep playing the misunderstood anti-hero, throwing up peace signs and passive captions, while her team spirals. Or she can take the hard route, the grown-up route, the shut-up and hoop route, because her talent isn't the problem. Her mindset is, And unless she flips that switch, she's not going to be remembered for her rebounds or her hustle. She's going to be remembered for this. The scandal, the middle finger, the missed games, the attitude. She's got time to change the story, but that window is closing. So here's the closing message. For Angel and for anyone watching. Fame fades. Filters glitch. But your game, that's what lasts. And right now, she's writing a story that no number of retweets can fix. And for the rest of us, grab your popcorn. Because something tells me this isn't over. Just as the dust started to settle, just as people began saying, okay, maybe she just made a mistake, she turned around and doubled down. Again. It's like every time she sees a PR fire, her instinct is to throw glitter on it and live stream the explosion, instead of taking the opportunity to clarify or even pull the Classic Notes app apology. Angel went the cryptic route. Subtle shade. Vague quotes. Instagram captions like, they hate to see a woman winning, and watch me work in silence. In silence? Girl, you just fake skipped a game and posted yourself doing the Cupid shuffle with a champagne flute. Silence left the chat a long time ago. And let's not forget, this isn't just a random influencer we're talking about. This is someone whose career, whose paycheck, depends on actual performance, on showing up, on basketball. But somewhere along the way, that priority list got real fuzzy. Like, imagine being one of the rookies on her team. Just try and make a name for yourself in the league. You're busting your tail in practice, fighting for minutes, staying late, reviewing film. And then your most famous teammate goes to game, goes viral for partying, and gets more attention than the people actually doing their jobs? You'd be side-eyeing the locker room door every time she walked in. And the thing is, people keep saying she's just young. Which, sure, she's 22. But this isn't college anymore. This isn't LSU where antics equal engagement. This is a professional league. The big time. The one stage where people are always watching and judging. Every move, every post, every weird little emoji. This is where reputations are built or burned. And Angel? She's holding a blowtorch. Now let's talk about the money for a second. Because this drama isn't just personal, it's financial. Angel Reese is one of the most marketable faces in women's basketball right now. She's signed brand deals most rookies dream about. We're talking makeup lines, fashion collabs, seven-figure endorsements, the works. She's not just a player. She's a product. And when you're a product, your value is perception. Your worth is public. And right now, that stock is slipping. Fast. Because brands don't like unpredictability. They want safe bets. And when your name pops up in controversy more than on highlight reels, suddenly, those endorsement emails slow down. Those sponsorship contracts get edited. You think the execs at Nike or Gatorade aren't side-eyeing this whole thing right now. You think there's not a group chat full of nervous PR reps debating whether to hit pause on her next campaign? Because here's the real kicker. Angel Reese might be the first high-profile WNBA player to self-sabotage with a ring light. Everything she's doing, it's broadcast, it's performative, it's curated, and that's part of the problem. Nothing feels real. The injury didn't feel real. The reaction didn't feel real. The apology, oh wait, there wasn't one. That definitely felt real. And now fans don't know what to believe. 1 second she's injured, the next she's hitting the gritty in heels. One moment she's sidelined, the next she's filming outfit reels. And that disconnect, that's where trust dies. Because people want to root for her. But they're tired of the games that aren't on the court. You can't claim underdog status and villain energy in the same week. You can with a crown of the most hated, while also demanding sympathy. That's not how this works. You can be misunderstood. You can be controversial. But you can't fake vulnerability while flexing indifference. That's not authenticity. That's marketing confusion. And don't think other players haven't noticed. Behind the scenes, the league isn't as quiet as it looks. These athletes talk. They text. They watch the same timelines we do. And while no one's naming names yet, you better believe some of them are tired of the circus. Because if Angel keeps hogging the headlines with her off-court stunts, what happens to everyone else grinding quietly in the background? What happens to the rookies putting up double-doubles without a single trending tweet? What happens to the vets trying to build legacies in a league where fame seems to matter more than fundamentals? There's tension brewing, not just in Chicago, but across the entire WNBA. And that's the scariest part, because this moment could be a turning point, a case study, a before and after for how this league defines itself moving forward. Do we want this league to be about highlight reels and hustle, or about who can cause the most chaos on social media? It can't be both. And Angel Reese is forcing everyone, fans, players, coaches, sponsors, to choose. So here we are, a few months into her pro career, and Angel's not known for her stats. She's known for her attitude, not for her rebounds, but for her rebukes. And while that might feel powerful in the moment, it's not sustainable. There's only so long you can play the main character when the plot keeps dragging you into filler episodes. And eventually, the audience checks out. So what's next? A public reset? A humbling comeback? A league-issued warning? Or maybe another mysterious injury, followed by a beach photo shoot? We don't know. And honestly, that's the problem. Because Angel Reese is everything. The talent, the platform, the moment. But she's on the verge of becoming more spectacle than superstar, more scandal than story. And the sad part? She doesn't seem to realize she's the one writing the script. So here's one last metaphor before we close this drama-filled chapter. Angel Reese is standing at a crossroads. One path leads to greatness, to WNBA legacy, to real respect, not just online noise. And the other leads to the kind of fame that fizzles. The kind you look back on in 5 years and say, remember her? The cameras are rolling. The lights are still on. But time is running out. So what do you think? Is this all just youthful ego mixed with media pressure? Or is Angel Reese becoming a walking, dancing, finger-flipping cautionary tale? Let's get loud in the comments, because this story's not done yet. And if you want more behind-the-scenes breakdowns of public meltdowns, fame disasters, and why clout might be the most dangerous drug of all, hit that subscribe button. You know we stay messy, and the tea never runs out. See you in the next scandal.